Hello, my name is Wilson, and we're doing a cube draft on Magic Online. First things first, this looks like a mess. So what I like to do, just for cube drafts, is just right-click anywhere in this white area, sort by color. Makes things a lot easier. Let's talk about a couple of these cards here. Excuse me. Mystic Confluence, I think, is one of the better cards in this cube. It's definitely better in Legacy Cube, but in Vintage Cube, it's also quite good. Usually it's just, 3 for 1. Leovold is actually kind of wild, and I kind of want to just take Leovold. There's also 2 fetch lands, so if we take Leovold here, I'm hoping that one of these 4 cards will wheel, but even if they don't, the Toxic Deluge could still be a great pick. So I'm going to take Leovold here just because there's like so many just like completely busted things you can do with Leovold. And plus he's just he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So what do we take out of this pack now that we have Leovold and can possibly wheel either a Bayou, a Breeding Pool, or some of those other cards that we were talking about? I've actually had really interesting moments with the Scarab God. You can put Emrakul's Trigger or any Eldrazi's Trigger on the stack and use Scarab God and reanimate it. Oh my god. Then we're just going to take Simic Signet here. We could also take things like Ancestral Visions, Elvish Mystic, Marsh Flats, or one of these big dummies. Mesmeric Fiend is fine, but Signet is great. Signet is just fantastic. And sometimes you can get like those really busted starts of like land Soul Ring Signet Go, and then on turn 2 you're untapping with 5 mana, or like you have to play a land to have 5 mana, or you can even do something like Ancient Tomb Signet Go and then untap and have 4 mana on the next turn. It's really kind of wild. Liliana the Veil is a very good Magic card. Doesn't have a picture here, but if you zoom in you can see her lovely visage. And I think we're going to be taking her. There's a Verdant Catacombs, which I kind of hope that'll wheel, but I don't think it will. Ancient Grudge, quietly, probably in this cube, like a top 10 card. If you put all the Moxen together, you can make a case for Ancient Grudge, because it hits things like Signets, it hits all the power, it hits Soul Ring. It's just very, very good. We're going to take Liliana here, though. Hope to wheel that Verdant Catacombs. And maybe one of those sweet lands that was in that first pack. What do we have here? The cards I'm looking at here, I'm not looking at this mana fixing. I am, however, looking at things like Metamorph, Sakura Tribe Elder, Daze probably getting on the podium but coming up in 3rd. I think it's between one of these two. Sakura Tribe Elder is great at just like fixing mana. Metamorph, though, can just lead to bigger blowouts. I think I'm going to take the Metamorph. Gosh, this is a tough one. I think I'll take the Metamorph. Maybe I should put him in the 3-drop slot. I don't know. That might be a wrong pick. It might have been the Sakura Tribe Elder, but we'll see. Here, I think, gosh, I love all these blue cards, but I really love Creeping Tar Pit. Creeping Tar Pit may just be the pick here. Jace does not work with Leovold. Found that one out the hard way. Doesn't actually line up the way that you want it to. I was like, oh, sweet, Leovold, and I can +2 Jace. Nope, doesn't work like that. So, I think that all 3 of these are very, very good. But I think I'm going to just take, gosh, there's those dual lands that were in the first pack, and I'm really hoping that those wheel. I don't want to take this Riftwind Cloudscape, though, or this Ponder. I think I'm going to take Creeping Tar Pit. I kind of talked myself into it. We just, the value of being able to cast your spells, and then, like, also if things go really, really wrong, like, have an attacker. Like, that's great. I want an attacker. So, Tropical Island is a great card. It goes Mana Leak, but I'm also looking at the Sheldock Isle. Sheldock Isle, how do I put this? This card is kind of busted and doesn't get nearly the respect that it deserves. It doesn't take up a spell slot. And you can just, in Vintage Cube, I mean, you have 40 card decks. You're going through your decks really quickly. So getting under 20 cards is actually pretty easy. Like, you can even just use Sylvan Library. There's also Trop here, but I'm going to take the Shelldock Isle. I think it's pretty criminal for that to be going so late. But, like, you know, you can get under 20 cards and then, like, you know, cast a Dragonlord of Tarka. Or, I don't know, Student Warfare. You can do anything you want with this. Deck is kind of garbage because there's just a lot of creatures here that are just kind of like derpy big creatures. I think I'm going to take this Maelstrom Pulse. I'm not thrilled with it, but, you know, where we're at right now. All right, so we got this pack, and then we got our first pack, which should have some juiciness in it for us. I'm going to take this Phantasmal Image. I think it's better than Skin Renderer. Definitely better than Gush, and these other cards we're not going to be playing, because it looks like we're probably going to be some sort of bug list. All right, let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was going to first pick this. This card is insane. There's a Bayou here, but, like, Mystic Confluence is crazy. Toxic Deluge here, too, is not okay. Man, oh man, was this pack just, like, uber stacked? The Breeding Pool left, and the Time Twister left. Interesting. Someone took Time Twister. Maybe someone's trying to go Storm? I don't know. Seems like a bad idea. I take this Song of the Dryads. I could also take this Terastodon. We could put it under Shelldock Isle. I don't 100% know if I'm green or not. Song of the Dryads is okay. I'm going to take Nasty Terasty. See where that leads me. I'm going to take the Dark Confidant here, but I'm not confident in playing it. Wild Blossoms, though, I will play. I don't think this is a Growing Rights of Itlimoc deck. Itlimoc! Zurgo can go there. Alright, alright. All these cards are very playable, and we have like a couple of like kind of wild first pickable type of cards. And, you know, Vintage Cube is all about like what sort of power can you amass, and can you go over the top of your opponent? And sometimes you just need like raw card advantage or like mana drains to be able to do that. Yeah, I guess we're just taking mana drain. It's pretty good. We have outs to Natural Ordering Terastodon, but I mean we could also just cast Asteron. I don't know. There's a pun in there somewhere with like cast and Terastodon with that ass. Anyways, we're taking mana drain and moving on with our lives. There seems to be a Fastbond here, an Avenger of Zendikar. Blooming Marsh is pretty good. Those Damnation. So the cards I'm actually looking at here. Let's go left to right. I'm looking at Fastbond. Pretty much Fastbond, Sower, Blooming Marsh, Batterskull are like, those are really the four cards I'm looking at here. I think that this Blooming Marsh will wheel, so that'll be pretty nice. So which one of these three do I want? Fastbond is kind of wild. Can lead to some pretty crazy starts. We don't have a real way of abusing it, like a Oracle of Moldiah or Crucible of Worlds. Sword of Temptation is fine. It's just a creature. We'll take Sower. It's a good 2-for-1. Looks like we're like all 2-for-1s in this deck. Fact or Fiction can be like a 3-for-1. There's Hissing Quagmire too, which could be fine. Sword of Body and Mind is also pretty wild. Here's something that you can do is that you can use Sword of Body and Mind, and yes, you can mill your opponent out, but you can also get them below 20 cards to activate Shelldock Isle. Fact or Fiction is also very good at activating Shelldock Isle because it just like rips 5 cards off the top of your deck. I think I'm going to take Fact or Fiction. I like this Hissing Quagmire. This will also possibly wheel. We'll take Fact. Ugin. Spirit Dragon. You've come back. There's also a Watery Grave. But we already have a Creeping Tar Pit. But this way we could actually like fetch something. Like get a... We could even get like a Bloodstained Mire to be able to get this. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think I'm probably going to be taking that. It's kind of a boring pick with Ugin just sitting like literally right next to it. But I don't think that we're really an Ugin deck. I mean, we're barely a Dark Confidant deck. Oh, hello. I know you. I'm also looking at Charlotte's Agent, but this Strip Mine. Ooh la la. Get in here. Strip Mine. Alright, alright. Hazoret's very underrated in this cube. Like, this card is busted. I didn't realize how good it was because it's like, it's a standard card. It's fun. You play this in mono red and there's like certain cards in mono red that you really want. I'm soapboxing here a little bit. We can take the Gurmag Angler? Okay. I mean, we got Liliana to do that. Anyways, in the mono red deck, you really want like Hellrider, Koth, Sulfuric Vortex, Goblin Guide, and like those are like the really big cards that you want. And I think this is starting to get into that conversation of like you actively want a Hazoret in your pile if you're going to be mono red. Because it's so good. It's so good. All right. Where was I? I took a Gurmag Angler. That's pretty cool. We can take a Wall of Roots because there's not really anything else for us here. Alright, Wall of Roots. Look at that. If we get Avenger back, we got so many plants we can put counters onto. Brain Maggot? Maybe Brainstorm. Mono Brains? Which brain-related card are we taking here? Probably this brain-related card. We don't have any fetch lands. Work on that. Ooh. I mean, we only have 2 green creatures. That is kind of a bummer. Otherwise, what are we taking here? Vraska? I guess. I haven't played with Vraska yet in this cube. Damnation is good. Because we're not going to have that many creatures. We have 11 creatures. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know if we're playing this. Leovold? We got to remember we have Leovold. Look out for possible combos. I don't think we saw anything. I'm going to take this Damnation. Better than unplayable cards? Ooh, hello. That, Blooming Martian Wheel. But this did. The Abyss? I guess we'll take the Abyss. It's good against things like, ooh, like, ooh. Oh, that's a gift. Alright, 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 alright. What can we brainstorm into? Not that. Mana Drain? That seems bad. Brainstorm? Doesn't seem great. I guess no one's mono red. Well, let's take Siege Gang, because maybe that'll, like, show... That's disrespectful, though. Hazoret, I mean, yeah, maybe it's just because people haven't played with it yet. But, like, it's a creature. It's indestructible. I mean, those things are obvious. But, like, it also just has a way of, like, dealing damage to your opponent without actually targeting your opponent. Kind of crazy. We haven't been getting hooked up with the mana fixing that I've been hoping for, but we got this Golgari Signet. That's something. Skullclamp and Bitter Blossom. Okay. I think we'll take this Golgari Signet. Yeah, I think it's Golgari Signet. This old man, he's living on borrowed time. This new Chupacabra was just spoiled today. And enjoy your time, friend. Enjoy your time. You're going to go into the Hall of Fame. Anyways. Alright. So we're going to take the Signet. It's mana fixing. It's mana ramp. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm a big fan. Big fan. This is an interesting looking pack. Boy. I can take Grim Monolith. I don't know if I want Grim Monolith, though. It helps us play, like, these big, stupid things. There's also Garruk, which also helps us do that. So pretty much I'm looking at, like, Garruk, Grim Monolith, Compulsive Research. And I think between these two, I think I'd rather have Grim Monolith. Yeah, let's do that. Well, we picked up the Grim Monolith, and now there's an Upheaval. I don't really see any other cards I'm very interested in. Like, there's Impulse, which I think Upheaval is better than Impulse. There's Thragtusk, which I think Upheaval is better than Thragtusk, even though they are a combo. I'm gonna take Upheaval. That's kind of wild. Alright, Upheaval. Ooh, Snapcaster Mage. There's also a Botanical Sanctum. Deathrite Shaman. Search for Tomorrow. What can we do with Snapcaster Mage? Mystic Confluence? Fact? Maelstrom Pulse? Mana Drain? Brainstorm? Alright, I guess we're taking Snapcaster. Yeah, I wish this Botanical Sanctum would wheel, but I don't know. Cards are just not wheeling these days. I'm going to take out this Dark Confidant. I don't know what you're doing here. Ugh. Do this? Alright, let's see. We have 11 creatures. None of them make tokens. I mean, we could just take Opposition and then just, like, be really on the hunt for something, because if we can get something that does make a lot of creatures and Opposition. I mean, Besoar is kind of a 2-for-1. Alright. I'm not seeing anything that makes tokens here. Opposition getting a little worse. There's, like, Rishkar. This pack is pretty bad. Rishkar, Oath of Nissa, Kalitas. I'll take the Kalitas for the sideboard. Like mono red things. Mere Battlesphere. There's an Opposition. Problem is with this is that you'd rather just be, you know, attacking with it. I think I'm going to take Crucible of Worlds because we do have this Strip Mine. That's kind of wild. Do that, and this Opposition is hanging in the balance. Cryptic, Lotus Cobra, Lumbering Falls, Shackles. Well, we're not a Shackles deck. We have too many non-basic lands that are not islands. I don't know if we're a Cryptic deck. So Cryptic deck with Mystic Confluence. Snapcaster Mage? Alright. Alright, talk me into it. No respect. No respect. Old man, I'm telling you, living on borrowed time. I'm going to take this Bitter Blossom. Over Skull Clamp. Our deck's not really a Skull Clamp type of deck. I'll take this Traverse. Traverse is good with Brainstorm. It's good with Delve. Okay, we'll take Traverse. Fatal Push for the board. Alright, so let's see. We have 5 lands here. We can start cutting some cards. Come on. Start cutting some cards. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Good job. Alright. So let's see. We can cut like... yeah, probably Wall of Blossoms. Let's see. Yeah, we could probably cut the Opposition. That was an idea for a hot minute. I don't know. Maybe run like 16 lands. Okay, we do have 2 Signets. And a Grim Monolith. Tasigur. Tasigur is just a strict upgrade over Angler. We'll also take Oath of Nissa. Pretty good. Ooh, Commit to Memory? We might even play that. That's a great card. Wow, that's an even better card with Leovold. Okay, we're probably playing Commit to Memory. No, I don't know about this Trastodon. Alright, this is what I'm thinking for this deck. So, we got 16 lands. And we have 2 Signets. So let's see. Let's try and make... Alright. Let's see. Shuffle effects for Brainstorm. We got Shelldock Isle. We have Traverse. Shardless Agent. Good with that. Factor Fiction. Sort of. The memory part. Yeah. All right. Not that many great interactions. I don't know if we'll even play this. Maybe we want to just play Wall Blossoms instead. I'm down with that. We need to put in another green source. Probably. Boop. Boop. Beep, beep, pop. Boop. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources. Alright. Alright, this looks pretty good. Alright. We will see you all for round 1? Yeah, round 1. Let's do it.